What's going on? Guitar Grappler here. So I wanted to make another video going through some Reverb listings. Today I wanted to kind of look at some 80s BC Rich guitars. I think I'm going to keep making these videos looking at 80s guitars, specifically your Jacksons, BC Riches, your shred guitars, you know. This is something that I pretty much do in my own time anyway, so I figure, hey, why not record it and talk about some of these guitars? That would be fun, right? And you're going to hear some text messages. Me and my uncle been going back and forth. He's showing me some old videos of Chicago and Fleetwood Mac before they got mainstream, and showing me some of the guitar work, before they got mainstream. So please ignore my text messages. Matter of fact, I guess I could put it on silent for now. Yeah, so let's check this thing out. So BC Rich, bitch. 1981 red. This is one of the best descriptions I've ever seen on guitar, and it's $12,999, appropriately priced. $250 shipping, which is excellent. This is it's a little too much going on right here, to say the least. You know, I'm very simplistic with my guitars. I want as least amount of shit on it as possible. I prefer just one pickup and a volume knob, and I want my volume knob to be pretty much where this one is at, and none of this other shit. I mean, I can't even imagine what any of this even does. It's just way too much. Hey, it's got Grover tuners though, so that's good. Clean, one owner, 1980, California handmade. For the guy that thinks this is 2,500 to 3,500, me, at absolute maximum, and I don't even think that. Please go buy a made in Japan and let it rest. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. This guy has a price and he's sticking with it. So hey, I hope he gets it. All right, let's move on. So let's look at something cool. And this is pretty cool. The BC Rich Mockingbird 1986, left-handed, USA. And this is about $3,000. It's a really cool shape. I'm not big on crazy shapes and like playing them myself. It's got the Kaler trim. Let's see, yeah. Kaler, I mean, they're very cool trim systems. Yeah, I think it's nice. I really like the way they look, and I had a Charvel, a Model 6 that had one, and I really liked that. I thought it was a pretty good trim. They were very big in the 80s. You'll find them on a lot of 80s guitars. Very nice. I like that, just the R logo that they had and that like cool script looking. That's very nice. I always like the diamond inlays as well. BC Rich gets a lot of shit now. But I'll tell you what, in the 80s, obviously, they were like one of the premium guitar builders. And then even when I was like 14, 13, getting into BC Rich, I know at that time they weren't known for like being the greatest quality guitars, but I was big into Slipknot. I still love Slipknot, but I was huge into Slipknot then. And Mick Thompson played that. He had a Warlock, and I wanted one so bad I can't even tell you. Like, I thought it was the coolest guitar ever. And at the time, BC Rich also had like the see-through body. I think they call them the ice models. And I always thought those were really cool too. So BC Rich always has a special place in my heart. And as I started playing more and seeing some of these guys from the 80s shred, BC Rich, I grew an appreciation for them. Like the STs are excellent guitars. So this is very cool. So it's an Iceman body shape. Don't think they had the rights to that, but they did it nonetheless. This is very cool. I like the pink. I like only one humbucker. Volume knob, by the way, just like I said, I like mine. Made in USA, 3,500. Jeez. Yeah, I could definitely not spin that. Only three of these were made, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, I get it. I mean, you're paying for the rarity of it. The guitar, I'm sure it plays good, but it's more of like, it's just a collector's piece is what it is. And that's where that price comes from. Okay. So this when I think 80s BC Rich, this is like what I think of. So it's an ST3 1987 with the crackle. This thing is epic. $1,700. Man, it's just something about this that I absolutely love. You know, made in USA, so it's USA made. Let's see if any cracks. So a lot of times you'll see on a lot of these older guitars, and really even some of these other ones, they have like this neck joint, like there's typically hairline cracks that you'll see. Doesn't affect the playability or everything. Is that a Floyd Rose? Oh, it's a original or special? It's hard to tell from that angle. Let's see. DiMarzio Super Distortion, which I'm assuming they added. Trims of Floyd Rose. Oh, so it's an original. Okay, so that's good. Not the original owner. Decided to part ways. Man, I feel like this may be one that this guy's going to regret down the road. It's just a cool, man, this is like a cool piece of shred history, you know? I would love to have one of these STs, especially in the crackle. There's one that's like, they have a blue and green one that I've seen multiple times. I'm sure there's a couple different ones, but it has a maple fretboard. Let's see if we can find one on here. No, not on here, but it's a beautiful guitar. That blue and green crackle on these BC Rich STs. So let's see, what is this? Gunslinger. So Gunslinger's another one that's great. Very similar to the STs. Made in Japan, Charvel style head. You know, I love the hot pink. I really like how the pink goes with that light maple fretboard. Got the black inlays on it. So let's take a look. Yeah, that volume knob would kind of get in my way a little bit. I'd prefer it a little bit further back than where it is. Let's see. Fretboard looks like it's in pretty good condition. When is this? I wonder when this was made exactly. I mean, it says 80s. Let's see. And I love that BC Rich logo, man. It's just, it fits the font of the era, you know? Got the neck. So they don't have the big block on these. It's just like, I mean, it's still a block, but it's kind of shaped a little bit. Like it looks like it kind of goes down a little bit for your hand to fit. As opposed to like the Charvels, where those things, I mean, they got the fat block on back of those necks. So let's take a look at some of the Charvels actually. While we're looking, all right, so go to filter, and let's look at these 1980s Charvels. View results. Okay. So we got a Model 3. Let's look at, okay, there's a Model 4 right here. So I can't remember if these are neck through or not. I think they're not. So this is like, my Model 6 that I had was like basically this guitar, but it was a neck through. I think that may be the difference between those two, is that one's a bolt on and one's a neck through. It had all these switches and stuff too, you know, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think if you pull up all three switches or down all three, you can actually shut the volume off completely. And that was like the one thing about it that I liked. And this is the Jackson branded Tremolo as well, which was actually, it was okay. It wasn't bad. But one difference is it has these big blocks, and that's where you put them in, put the strings in and tie it down with these big blocks, as opposed to like the little mini ones that you'll have on like a Floyd Rose. So that was like the big difference between these. This one's beat up pretty good. I mean, 745. I guess that's pretty much in line with what this guitar is. You can see a lot of wear on the fretboard, but these things are built like brick shit houses. I mean, mine that I had, look, yeah, it's got the big block. Mine that I had was like a solid hunk of wood. You know, like I've never had another guitar actually that was more solid than that. Like you could break out of your house with that thing if you need to bust through a window. All that belt rash on the back. So this is probably made in Japan, if I had to guess. Let's see what they say. So it's a basswood body. I see so much negativity on basswood, but the one basswood guitar I played, it sounded just like any alder body guitar that I played. So, you know, people get really caught up on the tone woods and all that, but I don't think they make as much of a difference as people make them out to be. Ooh, this is beautiful. This looks like it's actually in really good shape too. $2,000. But I mean, looking at the shape, the condition, this might actually be justified. Ooh, ooh. Look how sexy that is with that Ferrari red neck through. Man, that is a beautiful, beautiful guitar. Oh yeah, I got that. So they changed that, put the EMGs in the front, and these are like the stock Jackson pickups. It's got the Kaler tremolo. Yeah, this thing looks like it's in pretty good shape. I mean, guitars from this era is like pretty much a guarantee you're gonna get these chips on the tip of the guitar, a little bit on the bottom. So I mean, it's not. I mean, it's in great condition considering the age, but it's got little dings for the price. I mean, higher than what I would pay. But man, that's a beautiful, beautiful guitar. I love it with the red. And then the cool thing is, because it is Charvel by Jackson, it has the shark fin inlays. Nothing better. Let's see. So anything else cool? I mean, it's all cool really, but anything that stands out. So I do like, I like these as well. Oh, this is pretty cool. So we'll take a look at these. Yeah, so this is a Model 1. And these are like more simplistic, more similar to like the Kramer Berettas, I would have to say. You know, this one has just a volume knob, back pickup, and then the trim is not a locking trim. So for me, that's automatic out. I'd like my locking trim. I just like the tuning stability of that. But nonetheless, it's a very nice guitar. So they're asking $900 for it. I'm cheap, man. I'll be honest with you, I'm cheap as shit. So I'm always looking for like the best deals I could possibly get, the cheapest stuff. You know. So what is this? Hitting Your Mark, Charvel. This is a 2. Very cool. It's kind of like the Zakk Wylde Bullseye. I like the white and the red on it. What's this? Is this a Kaler trim as well? I wasn't really looking. No, not a Kaler. See, this is these are different too. And my Kaler had this type of locking. I'm almost positive, where it's not your standard. How can I like a? It's not the same type of screw that goes in. Really, there's no difference on playability or anything, or really even ease of unlocking and locking. Let's see, rosewood fretboard. Oh, so they upgraded to an original Floyd Rose. I bet they came with a Jackson branded trim originally, because a lot of those did. Those Jackson branded trims that we saw a while back. What else we got? Oh, here we go. So this is okay. I had one very similar to this. So Charvel model Luke. I don't know who Luke is. Model Luke, ultra rare, 1989 Firecrackle. I did have the Lava Crackle, Firecrackle, whatever you want to call it. My Model 6 was that. It was the Firecrackle. And I regret selling it. I'll be honest. I do regret selling it. $38.99. Mine, I got locally for like $700. And, you know, I buy and sell a lot of guitars. I have a video on here of me reviewing it, and I have a few videos of me playing on it. I mean, it's an excellent guitar. It's just, I like buying and selling guitars. You know, I like getting new things and trying new things. So, but I do regret selling it. Just not even, it played great, but like, it was not the best guitar that I played playability-wise and tone-wise. But it's just like a great piece of history, you know? And it just looked cool as hell. So, yep, and this is neck through as well. Man, this is beautiful. Yeah, mine was just like this. Actually, I take that back. Mine was... shit, now I can't remember. I had to go back and look to see if... I feel like mine had a natural neck. I don't think it was painted all the way through like this. Oh, that's right. Mine was not a neck through. It was a bolt-on. It had the big block in the back. And it was a natural neck. So this is like my Jackson that I have, the Jackson SLX, which is the crackle finish. It has the painted neck. And it really looks epic. Like this fully painted neck. Man, when you look at that thing, it is just beautiful. Beautiful guitar. So this must have been a Japanese exclusive. Yeah, limited edition. I love these old vintage ads too. Wow. Makes me curious as to like what these normally sell for. I mean, $38.9 is like, that's a lot of money. But it is a very cool guitar. That yellow one is sick too. Let's see, Model 6. So Model Luke, huh? I wonder, I don't know who Luke is. If you know, feel free to leave it in the comments. But yeah, this is like, as far as looks go, this is top of the line Charvel right there. All right. Yeah, so, oh, we got a Desert Crackle here. I like the Desert Crackle. It's pretty cool. Still not as cool as the fire lava ones. And if you ever seen the Blue Crackle as well, that's one of my favorite guitars ever in the history of guitars. Is the Charvel Blue Crackle. Those things are beautiful. But yeah, I like the Desert. So I wonder if this one looks like it had a pick guard at one point in time with those screws, reverse headstock on it. Nope. Yeah, reverse headstock. Bolt on. What does that say? Oh, it's a Kaler, patent pending. So this is missing some pieces at the top. Interesting. Yep, got the Kaler trim. But yeah, very cool guitar. So yeah, I love those BC Riches and Charvels. So I just kind of want to, go through and bullshit and, see if you guys had anything to add on any of these guitars. Maybe something I didn't bring up, some information that you have. That's kind of why I do these videos, just to get more information out, talk about cool guitars, and just create some discussions. So feel free to leave some comments. I encourage it. I pretty much respond to, I do my best to respond to every single comment. Because I just love talking guitars. So I appreciate you watching. Keep on shredding.